Okay, I got the demo head up here. It's got some good topology, so we're just gonna destroy that for right now, just in case that you got your own model that you want to try on. So we'll go here, and we are gonna go to the Dynamesh here. I'll close this one here up, and you can drag here, and this will let you know approximate, but to me that's at the lowest, so if I did this it wouldn't hold its shape, so I'm going to kick this up to, let's say, maybe 700 or so, and you can see the active points right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and dynamesh this. We're going to destroy the mesh, and you can see it jump way up here. Trying polyframes, and it has no flow in the geometry. It's all kind of evened out. For this to work, we can't divide it too high because we need to have at least one subdivision level to activate the freeze subdivision level. So just don't go too high on the dynamic mesh here. So what we'll do is we'll divide this, and the subdivision will come active, and we'll go ahead and freeze that. We'll have this brush over here. It's called the ZBrush Guides. It's located in your ZBrush brush folder. You can also mess with the lazy mouse and some other functions in here. So we're going to hold this back here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on Cemetery, which I already have on, and I'm not going to do a full one, so we'll just kind of mimic something like this. And we'll go around like that, and we'll kind of go like this. And I'll draw one maybe around here. You don't have to be precise. If you want to smooth that out a little bit, we go to stroke, curve function. Let me move this over here so you can kind of see this. Hold the Alt key and drag it over here. Sometimes when you have your draw size kind of big, or it depends how much this is scaled out, you'll see it get real chunky like this, and you can solve that. If you want a little bit smoother, we'll go to stroke and the curve function, and we got smooth. You can click this many times as you want. Alright, with that said, let's bring this back in the center here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and close this up here, and we're going to go to the ZBrush, and we're going to make sure that it's on half. Now it's got curve strength here. I'm just going to leave everything at default. It's up for you to change it. I don't need to do this, so keep in mind we're at 670 whatever here, so keep an eye on that. And we're going to click here, and we're going to try to get fairly low. We don't want to get too low because it will destroy the mesh. So once that's finished, we'll be able to do this again. So it dropped down, because maybe I want to drop it low enough where I can use another type of like the Z modeler brush on here. So we'll do this again. And give it a second. Oh, it's fairly low. We'll just I'm going to leave it right there because I'm going to need to do it one more time. So we'll unfreeze this. When I do this, it's going to remap it back to this original shape. It's going to make a mask. Now I'm going to have my subdivision levels. Now the flow may not be what I want. It did a pretty good job without it. You can see these little dimples right here where the mesh kind of, you see like these little dots right here, over here on the shoulder, down here in the clavicle, kind of pinched together. And if we get a little good edge flow going on here, it'll help solve some of that. So with that said, we're going to go and leave this at the lowest subdivision level. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and put this up here, and we'll freeze it again. And with this zbrush guide, I'll do a little bit here. Now you got to give it a little room. You don't want to just do everything like it's hard to explain, but give it a little room to flow with. So you don't have to be perfect. See, I'll just start up in here and just kind of follow the flow of the profile here, a little bit like this maybe, and a little bit like this. That's where I want my flow to go. And maybe a little bit around the eyes and nose and mouth. Just give a little something to work with. And once that's done, we're going to press half. And give it a second. Our active points that I'll leave out. See, it jumped almost in half right here. And now you can see it created a mask. We don't have all that pinching going on here, or I pointed out earlier. And just to prove that this is kind of working like I wanted it to do, it started flowing around the eyes and the mouth. Just to prove that it is working, what we can do is, I'll just show you for instance. So if I was to select here and maybe draw some kind of, let me get a little bit better than that. Let's do something like alright, that's typically what you wouldn't do for retopolizing here. So we're going to go to stroke, and this is not necessary. We'll smooth this out. Now when I do this, I'll go ahead and with zbrush this half, and you can see now it followed where my guides were at. It kind of made a little circle there. This is not what you would typically do, but just to show you how it makes the polygons flow in the direction of the zbrush guides. Now if you start over, it's gonna destroy these and it will create another one. If I wanted to recorrect this and start all over, you don't got to get crazy and make a bunch of these. So I'm going to let you know right now, you're just a waste of time, and you can just get some basic stuff down. And the eyes and the nose and the mouth are kind of important. Depends on what you're doing. And I'm just giving you a general idea. There's more stuff that you can do to this. And then you can see, then we'll unfreeze this here, clear the mask, and we'll come down to the lowest subdivision level. Now that's going to give you something to work with there. Kick it up to 2, look at it, and down to 1, and look at it. Hard to tell with the polyframes on, so there it is at the lowest. And then you can take a look up in the right hand corner. And that gives you some room to work with it in case you want to do some editing on the mesh.